Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Storm Chasing Guide page. Just getting started here. Multiple tornado watches and a couple of warnings ongoing right now. So we are going to cover our threat and take a look at what is going on. No, Northeast is currently under a couple of tornado warnings ongoing, so we'll take a look at these right now. Hey, what's up, Owen? Welcome. Thank you for joining. So right now, let me get the radar. Hey, Samuel, what's going on? Thank you guys tuning in. Looks like this. See if we can get a good radar going here. All right. We'll pull this up. So 6:30 Hamilton. This is going to be in New Jersey, Lakewood, Leisure Village, Brick, Point Pleasant, Braille, Manasquan, Point Pleasant Beach, and Spring Lake Heights and Belmar. If you're in any of these areas, you need to be taking shelter right now. We also got a second tornado warning ongoing right now. This is for Pemberton Heights, Country Lake Estates, Forked River, Forked River, Waretown, Bar Barnet, is it Barnett, Bargenet, Bargenet Light, and Harvey Cedars. If you're in any of these areas, you need to be paying attention to these tornado warnings ongoing here in New Jersey. We're watching multiple threats here. There is still tornado potential here in Delaware as well. Also here into New York. We'll take a look at our next start radar here. Let's get over to our. Got some large hail in these pockets too. Some probably 1 inch plus hail following these. Looks like today we're there. Right now there isn't. There's just these two warnings, so the area is favorable for tornado development. It's gonna be right here, just northwest of Hamilton. Here the is really close to the radar. This is gonna be more of a QLCS threat. Um, Down in Forked River, about 40 minutes Beechwood, 32 minutes Brick, 32 minutes Belmar, 31 minutes Hamilton, about 10 minutes the storm will be over you. So this is more of a line of thunderstorms that is moving through the area with embedded circulations. This is what the more worrying one right now. Todd Sweeney, where are you at? Sorry if I didn't get your information last time or don't remember. I do apologize. Um, right now, these are starting to push offshore. I don't see, right now, this is the only current tornado warnings. We'll move over into Delaware. And there's some more isolated supercells or storms that are over here, so we'll have to watch those for additional spin. Some severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing here. That's gonna be for Queenstown, Centerville, uh, Felton, Wyoming, Camden, Rodney Village, Kent Acres, Highland Acres, Dover, and Frederica. Ocean View, New Jersey. Okay, Ocean View, New Jersey. Guessing it's on the ocean or close to by the name of it. I see Atlantic City. Where's Ocean View? Let me take a look here real quick. Ocean View, New Jersey is going to be south of Atlantic City. Okay. Let's pop that down. So Ocean View is going to be in this general area here. Right now there is just some strong storms to your north, but this line will be coming through your area. You're not out of the clear just yet. So just a heads up, there are some rotating cells with embedded in this line. And you can see that right here, coming towards Hamilton, Manasquan. If you're in those areas, you need to be getting to your safe place. Possible water spouts off of the coast once this gets over the ocean. It's definitely plausible. No, these would actually be tornadoes since they're going to be over land. We're taking a look at all of our threats because I also know that there is a threat down here in Georgia. So we'll take a look at some of these cells here. It looks like a majority of these should be moving offshore past Brunswick. Um, and still get to watch these as they come towards St. Mary's, Georgia. But it looks like those are going to remain more elevated, so that's a good thing. Chance you could cover the process for Tuesday as well. Absolutely. Once this threat is gone, I'd be more than happy to go through the detailed threat for Tuesday, as far as what I can see. So yeah, as soon as this threat is past New Jersey, I would be more than happy to go over that. Um, there Thursday or Tuesday has some massive potential. Also tomorrow too. I'll be covering. I'll go over Tuesday for Texas and Oklahoma. Looks like Dallas Fort Worth can be under the gun tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to chase either of those days due to work. Well, Tuesday I can't chase. I would love to. I just don't have the money to chase that event. So stuff happens, and just gotta figure out priorities, and can't chase them all. But I will be home broadcasting Tuesday. And if Evan needs any help, I can try to help him with that as well. But I am watching these threats right now. I don't see anything as far as confirmed tornadoes on the ground at this time. Doesn't mean that there isn't a risk, so we're still watching this as this has some very strong low level rotation embedded in this line. We actually got a couple little spots here with some QLCS tornado potential, and so there's the threat that's going to be coming over towards Manasquan at 25 in about 25 minutes. Farmingdale, 16 minutes. Ashbury Park, 28 minutes. Hamilton should be pretty much right over you. There's going to be a really nasty gust front that's going to be ahead of this line as well. That could possibly do some damage. You are under a tornado watch until okay, you're under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. Gotcha. Looks like this line should be moving out of the area over the next couple hours, so it might be allowed to expire before that. So hopefully no tornadoes occur, but we are getting wind damage reports of 60-mile-an-hour winds, possibly top down, or could damage some trees and stuff like that. So just be careful out there, y'all. If it's not a tornado threat, it's going to be a big time damaging wind threat. And Yeah, Atlantic City. You got still got a quite a while before these storms move over in your general direction. We're still watching. Hey, Amory, thank you so much for tuning in. Just a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings getting issued right now ahead of this line. Very, very strong damaging wind. Sussex County Fires reporting tornado damage in St. Johnstown, Delaware. Okay, well, that's a wrong one. Didn't mean to move the entire screen. So, reporting tornado damage in St. John's, Delaware. Okay, my radar just had a little bit of an aneurysm just now, so I don't know if I'll be able to. Let me try to refresh it. I mean, tornadoes in the Northeast are not super uncommon. Tornadoes really can happen anywhere in the United States given the right environment, um, but not as common in places like Delaware. So we're looking at Delaware right now. These storms are about to come into Dover. So there is special marine warnings and which is basically a severe thunderstorm warning over water, 60-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball or sorry, 1 inch hail, so about quarter size. 15 minutes. This will be in Milford, Viola, in about 5 minutes. Woodbine. This will be in your neck of the woods in the next 25 minutes. Avalon in the next 30 minutes. So we're just going to watch these. Bridgeton is right over you right now. Vineland, it's going to be at 6:36 and 6:39 in Millville, 7:11 in Summers Point, 7:14 in Pleasantville, Ocean City, 7:14, Absecon, 7:15, 7:17 in Margaret City, Vennor City at 7:18 and 7:22 in Atlantic City. Just be aware that these storms are strong and do have the possibility of having brief spin ups. Watching these lines move through. A lot of structural damage. Okay. Thank you so much for that report. I'll have to take a look at that a little bit deeper. You do have a little bit of these inflow kinks along the forward flank gust front here, which can cause things to rotate. Um, these areas here are spinning, and also right here. I'm guessing this is probably why there's a warning. Got some surging winds here, spinning around. Yep, see, you got this area right here. That's kind of what I'm worried about. I don't see a area of tornado potential on the ground right now, but still a dangerous storm nonetheless. Hey, what's up, Dakota? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, 18 people tuning in. I do appreciate it. Been working on releasing a couple of new videos today, and then this severe weather threat. Currently, I think we only have one tornado warning, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. So they did just put up the tornado warning over Manasquin, Belmer, Ashby Park, Silverton, Brick. This is really starting to rotate. It's making me wonder if there is going to be a potential QLCS tornado. Take a look at our base velocity here. Really strong radar couplet there. And that actually right there might be a QLCS tornado on the ground. Let me just double check the warning here. Capable of producing a tornado, radar indicated. Okay. Something to watch. Definitely could be a tornado forming in this line here as it comes towards Manasquin. Uh, please seek shelter if you're in this area. This is a very dangerous storm moving towards Belmer, Ashby Park, Point Pleasant Beach, Manasquin. It should be over Lakewood right now, but this is that tornado would be located somewhere near Highway 195. Um, this is going to be coming towards Lakewood here shortly. Point Pleasant, Braille, Manasquin at let's see, I'll put my 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Belmer 17 minutes. Ashby Park 19 minutes. This does look like a very strong potential for a damaging tornado, and there is a lot to support that there actually could be a tornado on the ground. I'm seeing that CC drop right there, and that's perfectly within line of the embedded rotation. I think we do have a tornado going on right now. Tornado warning includes Beechwood. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have? Okay, so we do have a new tornado warning as well. This is going to include the Beechwood. So this is again QLCS tornado threat and very defined hook developing out of that QLCS. This is coming for Forked River at 6:49 and Waretown at 6:49 and 6:55 in Bergen Light. So we'll take a look here and there could be actually a confirmed tornado on this one as well. I'm seeing a CC drop on that one as well. So this is a very dangerous situation. Tornado possible, and then it would become a water spout. Both of these right now are radar indicated rotations. Yeah, that's right now. It doesn't look like it looked like it was on the ground possibly for a couple frames, but that's still a well-defined hook. Very, very dangerous storm. Please get to your safe space. Use a helmet to protect you. Get to your lowest floor of your house in your most interior room or shelter. That can definitely help protect you. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps to get the word out about these tornado threats. So please, please consider subscribing. Hitting that like button also helps share it into the algorithm and gets more people in this area more of a chance to see the threats. So If anybody has any other questions, I'd be more than happy to take a look. But I am focusing on these two tornado warnings currently ongoing. Um, if you guys would like to help support the channel, I do have a donation thing from PayPal or Cash App. If you guys would like to help provide donations for equipment, radar to keep this radar running, things can get quite expensive. If you guys would like to help support the channel, I do have those two options since right now I am not monetized. If you guys would like to contribute, also helps with gas on live storm chases, hotel costs, stuff like that. I am going to be any near Connecticut. Let me double check. Going towards Connecticut. There's Connecticut's down here. Right now it just looks like a special weather statement. There's some strong storms, nothing severe right now. They're gonna be pushing east across. Let me see if I can grab a better radar. There is a severe thunderstorm warning, it looks like, or a severe thunderstorm watch. These storms should be moving out. They're not very strong down here, so over into Massachusetts, definitely a little bit stronger. Tim, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. Looks like they probably will allow that one to expire there, but we are watching a couple of tornado threats going on right now in New Jersey. New Jersey has been quite active today, but this threat should be over here pretty soon. We'll take a look at our radar here. Uh, this is going to be over Point Pleasant, Manaskin. I just don't have adequate radar feed. It's been windy all day there in Pittsburgh. Gotcha. Was just two tours on the ground in New Jersey. Wish my voice wasn't poo. Yeah, so I did just see two tornadoes on the ground in New Jersey a little bit ago. They've been this one looks really intense. Like I don't see any debris ball on that first one right now. There was one earlier. So it's just still something to watch. That rotation is really evident on reflectivity, and you can see that coming right over Manasquin. So I hope you're having a good day, Evan. Just right now covering this live threat as we are ongoing here. These should be pushing quickly offshore here. Evan, big shout out to him. If you're not following him, a lot of you guys came over for his channel, and I just wanted to say thank you guys, and you rock. So big shout out to you guys. If you're new here, please hit that like button, share this out. We got more severe threat tomorrow, and probably one of the biggest ones so far this year on Tuesday. Um, Spell checker sucks sometimes. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I misspell things so often on Twitter. I had to get Twitter Blue just so I could edit my tweets. These storms are quickly moving offshore. That rotation is just to the north of Manasquin, so it looks like it should miss town. There is a couple of embedded areas of rotation, though, that have me kind of worried. Lakewood, Point Pleasant, Brill, Manasquin, Point Pleasant Beach, Secret, Bayhead, Spring Lake, and Spring Lake Heights. Tomorrow it doesn't look like. Oh, you can't talk. Oh man, I'm glad you're having a good day, man. I'm sorry that you can't talk. Tuesday looks like it could be a very intense day for parts of Illinois, Kansas City, down into Missouri, Arkansas again, Illinois, and Iowa. So it could be a pretty significant threat. These tornadoes are going to be pushing offshore here. Tornado threat, I should say, is going to be pushing offshore. So we'll keep watching these. Be monitoring all of our tornado threats. We only have these, so these three. This one should be expiring here in about a minute. That both of them are gonna. That whole line's gonna be moving offshore. Thank God. Tuesday could be a high risk based on your words, although very radical to say. Yes, right now I don't think high risk unless it continues to trend the way it's been trending. Moderate is not out of the question, but the fact that you're going to have a 850 millibar jet max over that area, plus a triple point, plus a dry line, and 335 to 4,000 cape. I think it has really and a strong long wave trough and closed low. It's got some serious potential. Make sure to smash that like button. Yes, definitely. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, share this out. Thank you so much for the 36 people tuning in this evening. I do appreciate your guys' support. All right, Tim. I will soon be making a Patreon account for this channel to release new storm chasing videos the day before I release them on YouTube. So stay tuned to that. I'm going to be working on that probably Tuesday, Wednesday. So some exciting stuff coming up. What is the fail mode if there is one on Tuesday? There is probably if it could get too much. I mean, it could be cloudy all day. That would lead to a stronger. Really, I'm having a hard time saying this, but there isn't a whole lot of fail modes with this setup. Um, it could either just get, yeah, mainly a brain, not a spell checker. Brain is mush. I hear you. After yesterday, I'm not surprised, Evan. 52 people joining in. Thank you. Um, So yeah, it was. There's not a whole lot of fail modes. I'll go over the entire severe threat Tuesday, tomorrow into Tuesday, with you guys. So I'll be able to show you guys which areas could be affected, and which areas have the highest potential. So we're still monitoring a couple of these severe thunderstorm warnings as they go over here. Uh, into New Jersey and Delaware. Just some strong to severe thunderstorms rolling through right now. Nothing super out of the ordinary. We do have a 95-mile-per-hour wind gust recorded. That's pretty intense. Mesonet station hit by tornado. That is wild. Okay. That happened just north of Seaford, Delaware. Holy smokes. Hope everybody's okay. Yeah, there was a devastating tornado as I was broadcasting last night that went through Adamsville, Tennessee. Unfortunately, 7 people lost their lives last night in Tennessee, so 16 altogether. Illinois, there was a couple of fatalities as well. So, yeah, 95-mile-an-hour tornado. So that'll probably be rated EF0, EF1, depending on how much damage it did. It's a pretty strong tornado, actually. These storms are now pushing offshore here, so that's a good sign. New spin up south of Waretown. Okay, we'll take a look here. Is it gonna be on one of these tornado warning storms? I need to. I saw Waretown earlier. Okay, yeah, it's this tornado warning. Okay, so let's get to the radar station here. Yeah, there was multiple tornadoes last night that hit in Tennessee. Okay. Take our velocity couplet here. So that tornado would probably be somewhere near Bargonet. Yeah, southern part. Yeah, I would say that's going to be over Bargonet right now. Um, it's just too much clutter. I don't think there's a tornado on the yeah, that's in actually dry air right now. So hopefully there's not a tornado on the ground. Hold on real quick. I hate how YouTube limits your the amount of characters you can type in. It's insane how the SPC got the threat for yesterday's threat 6 days in advance, and we have a long way. We have come a long way in weather prediction. Absolutely, Ali. What video, JJ? Southern part. So we're still up. That's starting to hook it back up right here near Bargenet. Or I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that, but there is a rotation right here coming pretty much into Barnet right now. Um, Nothing as far as the CC drop at the moment, so hopefully this continues to trend less and less. Do see what looks like some inflow trying to creep in here along the shore. These storms should all be pushing offshore. We're still watching these cells as they come into Delaware, but a majority of this line is starting to push off. Looking at JFK in the New York area, these storms are going to be passing the city right now and moving offshore. Madison, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. 63 people in here. Thank you. I have 63 people in here. If you guys would like to help support the channel, hit that like button, share this out, and subscribe. All right. So right now, currently, I just keep clicking on the wrong program here. Um, those storms are pretty much moving offshore at the moment. Hey, thank you, Wing Spider. Thank you so much for subscribing. I don't know why it doesn't have my little alert box. That's weird that that got turned off. I'll definitely make sure to add it back. There we are. There, you guys, when you subscribe now, you'll appear in the ocean. Oh, no, my alert box is here. So where's the other? Okay, so there we are. Should work. What is it called? Like a headline or something could not get a result. What's it called? Headline. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a video around Arkansas watching the tornado from Glassdoor's tornado hit where she's you might be able to find it possibly on YouTube, but there was some devastating tornadoes yesterday in Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, or Illinois, Iowa, Tennessee. I think there was a one in Kentucky as well, and a bunch near Tupelo, Mississippi last night. It was just heart-wrenching watching those storms occur. These storms are still tornado warned. Those tornado warnings should be allowed to expire here soon. I'm guessing they're warning these for the continued outer islands here. But those storms should be mostly offshore now. They did extend some special marine warnings. Heck yeah, guys. We hit 700 awesome followers here on the Storm Chasing Guy channel. I do appreciate it, y'all. Um, 3 people killed in Sullivan, Indiana last night. Jeez. That's horrible, Ethan. Yeah. 2 miles from me, it devastated another town on the Illinois border. It hit also a concert venue that was going on at a theater. I know one person died and multiple, or I think it's like a dozen injured, or dozens injured. Horrible circumstance there. My prayers go out to all the families in the past couple weeks who have lost loved ones in these tornado outbreaks. It's absolutely heart wrenching. I was actually there in Rolling Fork as it hit town. Just absolutely sad situation. My heart goes out to all those families. It's not easy. I was actually part of the search and rescue effort in Rolling Fork for about 8 hours. We had no cell phone coverage. When I came back, I had a bunch of messages. Oh, I heard rumors that you were hurt. I'm like, no, 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 I'm fine, I'm fine. We were about a mile and a half away from the tornado, and it was pretty scary. Horrible devastation down there. Holy smokes, 100 people in here. Wow. I think that might be a new record for this channel. Bro, that concert was the worst idea. I don't know how you have a concert and the people involved in planning that concert does not cancel it when the SPC says this is going to be an area that is going to get hit possibly with the multiple large damaging tornadoes. If I was the person's family who had to deal with his death because that concert venue was irresponsible and would not cancel, that would, in my opinion, I would have sued the hell out of them for that circumstance. That is a horrible, horrible situation. JJ Bart, no problem, man. I've been on multiple search and rescues already this year, and Rolling Fork just happened to be the worst one I dealt with. It was a very tough situation. I did actually put some Rolling Fork footage that I got on my raw storm chasing clips. I've been trying to stay busy and add more and more content. Yes, they do. I do agree they do need to be held responsible for their actions. Woohoo, George Gerald Strait, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. So we know the alert box is working. Sweet. 110. Holy smokes, people. Thank you guys for all of your support. I'm not only a storm forecaster, I'm also a storm chaser. So I travel around the United States chasing America's most violent storms. Unfortunately, the last outbreak I was not able to chase due to my work schedule. My work constantly conflicts with a lot of storms, but if it's usually in Texas and Oklahoma right now, I've been chasing it. I do have 2 weeks planned out in May to go absolute crazy in the plains, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, and Nebraska, and into the Midwest. So that will be happening. It's just all about getting things together for that. Looks like a majority of these storms have now pushed offshore. We're still monitoring these storms as they're coming into the Delaware area. Looks like we did have a confirmed tornado. Whoa, Solitude Smiles, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Every new house in the southern state should be required to have a storm shelter. Yes, Allie, I've had multiple discussions about this very same thing with people that they need to be inquired with or built with storm shelters. Those storms passed right an hour. Sorry, those storms passed through about an hour ago. They were insane. I'm in Berks County, Pennsylvania, and the storm was tornado warned as soon as it passed me. Wow. Aaliyah, I'm sorry I couldn't get to it earlier. I was at work, and I'll be working tomorrow too. But there should be another outbreak possibly going on tomorrow around the Dallas-Fort Worth to Ardmore, Oklahoma. Um, there's going to be a pretty substantial severe weather threat tomorrow, and probably the worst one of the year so far. Possibly based off of all the dynamics that I've seen, looks like Tuesday is going to be one of the worst severe weather days of the year so far, if not the worst. It's actually stronger than the tornado outbreak we just had yesterday. Um, I'll be going over that here shortly. Wow. But yeah, there is multiple tornado warnings. Those multiple tornado warnings have now been canceled as these push offshore. Okay. Um, okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll have some chasers on the ground tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get in touch with them and we can get them streaming. All tornado warnings have now expired. Yes. Tornado watches in Georgia have now, severe thunderstorm watches in Georgia have now expired. These storms should be mostly moving off. I'm kind of worried, still paying attention to this little pocket here um, in near Pembroke City, Ocean City. Still going to be watching these storms as they push here. These are a little bit more discreet. They're not really part of that line of storms. So it's definitely something to watch. I am going. Wow, this is a very intense embedded supercell here that's going offshore, but it could be coming towards Vilas, Cape May, um, Stone Harbor, Sea Isle City. How does Southeast Connecticut look? Let's take a look at some. Hey, Sam Lee, thank you so much for subscribing. We got FTC, or FFC, T-Hawk, welcome to Ashbury Park, yeah. Southeast Connecticut right now, we just have a special weather statement. This is some strong storms are going to be pushing through into Norwich, and then moving into probably the Rhode Island area. We'll take a look. There's no radar in, I guess it'd be in New York, so we'll take a look at New York's radar since it's probably closest. Come on. You can do it. There you go. Right now, there's nothing really going on here. There's some stronger storms up here near Boston. So we'll go to Boston's radar. Southeast Connecticut right now at least looks like it's in the clear. 163 people in here, guys. Make sure to hit that like button, share this out, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to be notified of upcoming severe weather threats that could be impacting your area this year. You want to stay tuned. Also, going to be doing some live storm chasing this spring. I've already been on probably 9 chases this so far this year. It's been very active, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon. I also work first as a basically a first responder on tornado damaged sites. When I'm chasing, if there's a tornado that hits somewhere, my team actively stops what we're doing and immediately goes into search and rescue. I am CPR certified, so um, do help with that. And so these strong storms are going to be moving over. Yeah, hailstorms over New River, New Jersey. Yes. Those should be exiting here pretty soon. So strong storms making their way over towards the Boston area. That will it'll be somewhat close to Boston, probably within the next hour and 10 minutes. We're gonna take a look back down here. Let's find our radar KDOX. Mike D, thank you so much for joining. Do appreciate it. 54 likes and 145 people in here, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. It helps get the word out to more people, and I'm about to go into full step analysis of tomorrow's severe weather threat as well as our severe weather threat into Tuesday. So Tuesday and Monday's severe weather threat, and looks like we might get a little break after that. Hopefully. But there's some signal of something coming along the 16th for South Central Texas where I'm at. But that's way too far out to be certain of anything. We'll just have to keep monitoring our threats as they come. It's gonna be quite busy this year. Not seeing any defined areas of rotation at this moment. We're gonna keep watch closely here. Let me see if I can activate the live scan. One of the tornadoes yesterday in Iowa was rated a F4 or EF4. I'll have to see which one that might be. So what you're seeing on the screen, with it flashing like that, saying seconds ago, that's actually the radar actually doing its live scan through the storms, giving us a live look at what is going on within the storms. Dang, you telling me we're gonna get that Del Rio magic again mid-April? Yes! I love me some Del Rio magic. I live not too far from Del Rio. I live in San Antonio, Texas. So Del Rio is my backyard as far as chasing goes. That is my forte of chasing. Same with Fort Stockton. I love that area for chasing. Wide open areas. You can see tornadoes for miles. I love Vernon up through Childress, Panhandle Magic, up through western Oklahoma. Chasing into central Oklahoma, it just makes my heart drop because I'm like, Oklahoma City is right in the target zone of every major outbreak in the plains. So I just same with Wichita and Andover, and of course we had EF3 tornado that ripped through Andover, Kansas last year. Um, and those areas are pretty prime for severe weather threats. Yeah, I'm a absolute lover of Del Rio Magic. I got some great shots last year down near Eagle Pass. Right now, we don't have any current tornado warnings. Hopefully, it stays that way, but there are some of these embedded cells. Anything in Connecticut? We'll go back and take a look at our Connecticut to see if there's anything. Chasing non-populated areas, a win-win. Oh, absolutely. You cannot go wrong chasing in a wide open area. Whew, almost 200 people in here. Thank you guys for tuning in. That Sussex, Delaware tornado apparently has one death. Oh, my heart goes out to his or her family. Hopefully, that's tough. My prayers go out to him. I hope a lot of these areas will have maybe a couple of weeks of time to clean up this spring. Um, right now, Delaware just has a special weather statement. I'm going to Boston radar here. I'm not seeing much in Delaware to speak of at the moment. There's a special weather statement. A couple of strong storms had been moving in through the area, but it doesn't look all that intense. Um, so I would expect that to probably expire. These storms that are pushing off towards the Boston metro, they're a little bit stronger here, and so they could go severe warned. Yeah, it was like last night was an appetizer. Yeah. Hey, Blondie, good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, guys, make sure to hit that like button. I do have my little pinned message there. Um, if you guys would like to check out my social media, I do have that pin up there for Twitter and Facebook. You can join my Facebook group. It's very interactive. A lot of science goes into it. Same with my Twitter. So hit that like button, guys. Share this out. There's still tornado watches, so I'll continue to watch these. Looks like we do have some more storms moving offshore from Virginia. So Richmond is currently actually under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's take a look at Richmond real quick. Hey, Daniel Wedlake, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We do appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys would like to throw in a donation towards my storm chasing team or to expenses like radar or the chasing as far as fuel, I do have a PayPal and Cash App link if you guys would like to help support the channel. Hey, I'm on Long Island. Do you think we could see a tornado? We'll definitely check. I keep grabbing the wrong thing. I keep grabbing the actual Streamlabs link. So let me take a look at KOW or KOKX in New York. Long Island, let's take a look here. So there's some probably some gusty winds moving in through New York City right now. That's gonna push off. The worst of the severe weather is going to be offshore right now. So you should. I do this all the time. I constantly am grabbing the actual Streamlabs link. There, that should do it. That should be better. Scorn, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate it. See if we could break 200 followers tonight. That'd be awesome. Glen Clove specifically. So Glen Clove, I'm not super familiar with Long Island, so I do apologize. I'm a southern boy. Um, I don't think I've ever gone north of Kansas. Actually, that's not true. I went to Iowa once. Um, trying to look. I see Long Island. Is it Levittown, or where's that? Yeah, Levittown. Sorry, Brentwood, Huntington Station, Ashgren, Stony Brook, Sound Beach, Southold, Southampton, uh, West Hampton, Shirley, East Moches, Stayville. So these are Long Island. It looks like you're out of the clear from the worst severe weather. There's probably going to be some lightning and some thunder that moves on shore. Maybe the extreme areas of Long Island here, the islands off of the coast, Ocean Beach, West Hampton Beach. There could be some squally weather along this area. So just a heads up there, but I don't think anything as far as severe weather goes. You should be out of the worst of it. It's east of Huntington Station. Okay. Yeah, it's just gonna be some pretty heavy winds, probably 30, 40 miles an hour, and okay, so yeah, you're gonna be over in this area, Coram, Smithtown. So yeah. Hey, Deb, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Oh, wow, we broke 209 people watching. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. What about Central New York, if you can? Yes, absolutely. Let's go check Central New York. All right, let's take a look at Central New York. Central New York, things should be cooling down a little bit. Let's take a look here at. Do, 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 do. We could also. So these are dew points, so we can actually switch that on. Go to temps. Behind this cold front here, you really see temps crashing back into the mid high 30s here. Some actually low 30s. Just Olean. You have some mid 40s and upper 40s here in central New York. So definitely some cooler temps. You actually are starting to get the 30s in there in Ontario, Canada. Wait. Oh, I appreciate it. But yeah, so watching multiple threats, round two, yeah, that threat Tuesday is going to be quite nasty. I know we have 180 sets of eyes. We reached 209. I don't think I've ever had a stream with that many people on YouTube. So I really, really do appreciate that. It's quite amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you. I see 170 people in here and 105 likes. If you have not hit the like button, please do. There is plenty more severe weather going to be impacting not only the plains but into the Midwest on Tuesday. Also, tomorrow in Oklahoma and Texas. Could be some major impacts around the Dallas Fort Worth area. That's more of my neck of the woods. So please stay tuned. Looks like there could be actually a pretty substantial small tornado outbreak tomorrow afternoon into the Dallas metro area. Jaron Higgins, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate it. Family in New Jersey and Bayville, south of Tom River, they have an emergency alert and are secure in their room, no basement. Can you check their area, please? Absolutely. This is going to be Tom's River. Let's see. That's JFK. We'll go here. New Jersey is going to be kind of this whole area here. Most of the worst of the weather has moved offshore in New Jersey. There's still a couple of areas south of Delaware that have not are still not quite in the clear, but they should be out in the clear soon. We're gonna take a look. Princess Anne, Fruitland, Salisbury, uh, Pittsville, Snow Hill, and Willard at 7:52. Severe thunderstorm moving into that general area. The worst of it from Atlantic City, I want to say, JC, thank you, or John C, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate. No, you're in Plano. Okay, tomorrow I will be Mary. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Um, Deb, I will be looking at the threats for Texas tomorrow, going over the analysis of a couple of different models, and get a real idea of what's going to happen. As soon as this threat is over, I'll step into forecasting those next couple ones out to the best of my ability. I am not a meteorologist. I am a storm chaser. I forecast for my team occasionally. But I'm mostly the camera and film guy on my team, so I do a lot of storm chasing content. I sell a lot of my footage to the news and stuff like that. Um, I like to make epic storm chasing content for you guys. To everybody who's subscribed, and there's a lot of you guys, like almost 50 new subscribers since the stream started, so I really do appreciate it. There's 190 people watching. All I can say is thank you for your support, and it's only going to get crazier as these severe weather outbreaks continue over the next couple days. We are far from over. We might get a little break after Tuesday and Wednesday. Um, but we'll go over all of our threats and see who could be at risk. Go through the SPC forecasts and all that. No problem, Kat. Thank you so much for joining in. I do appreciate you guys for following or joining up on my live and spending time with me as I help try to go keep people safe, and that's always been my mission. Uh, Crawford Addict, thank you. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate your support. Leshton, thank you so much for the subscription. I do appreciate it. I need to make something better than the dancing dinosaur, I think, for the subscriber. Maybe a storm that blows up and does some cool stuff anytime somebody subscribes. That'd be more fitting than a dinosaur. Nino, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Awesome. Yes, Nino, I hope you're having a great day as well. Long Island I'm from Long Island in Georgia now. Huh, I used to live in Georgia in the Albany area. Took me a while to get used to tornado weather. Peggy G, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate your support. Uh, Subscriptions are coming kind of fast and furious. Woo. Thank you so much for subscribing. I did release a couple of new storm chasing videos over the last couple days, and make sure to go check those out as well. But yes, so this threat is still continuing here. These are all moving offshore now. Atlantic City, you're in the clear from the tornado threat. Anywhere from Freeport down to Atlantic City, you're pretty much out of the threat. There is still a little bit of a threat going towards Ocean City, so please stay tuned if you're in the Ocean City and Pembroke City. Just some scripture of comfort. Thank you so much for working to keeping people aware of what's going on. Prayers to everybody in the path of these storms. Absolutely. Names of God, Yahweh guards you from every evil. He guards your life. Amen. Yep. Very, very strong storms, severe storms moving right now into. We'll go back over to Firewalker. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate it. So Princess Anne, 732, 735 Fruitland, 737 Salisbury, 748 in Pittsville, 749 in Snow Hill, and 752 in Willard. So if you're living in those areas, you need to be taking precautions right now, as this is coming towards Ocean City here, probably in the next 30 minutes. Jay Morgan. Oh, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Why are you not a mod on my channel? You should. You're like one of my good friends on Twitter, and you're not a mod on my channel. That's not acceptable. Uh, there, there you are. You are now an official moderator on my channel. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I still can't believe these tornado threats are still going on. What are these hail indicators doing? It's raining hail indicators. Holy smokes. That is something I have never seen. We'll go to the play here. Oh, no problem there. So this is a software called WSV3. It's what technically the professional newscasters use. It's a very high-end software. This has Nexstar Pro level 2 and 3 radar for storm analysis, which is really cool. It is very expensive, so if you guys would like to help the channel, I do have a way. If you click on the pinned link, I have a PayPal and Cash App. If you guys would like to help me afford the radar or help donate towards my storm project, um, that me and my team StormQuest, that's the team I co-own, and I usually am the person behind the desk doing the uh, forecasting, because mostly not every time I'm able to chase. So if I'm not chasing, I'm behind the desk relaying information to my team and helping coordinate disaster relief, also calling 911 if that situation is coming into play, getting my team involved in the search and rescue. And if I'm chasing and there's a tornado that hit somewhere, I'm part of the search and rescue. So, uh, yeah, I was live here until about 4 a.m. Last night. So, yeah, that was a long night. 760 subscribers to the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. I think I've gone up like almost 300 subscribers in the last couple days, which is amazing. Just want to say thank you. Big much love to you guys. It's only going to get bigger and better here on the Storm Chasing Guy page. We're going to do bigger and better things and help save more people. I'm working on a scientific mission right now in cooperation with a couple of different colleges and other storm chasers on developing ways to help get warnings out faster. So that is my main mission, is to limit the amount of fatalities that occur in tornadoes. Some big projects coming up with my team StormQuest. We're watching these storms go offshore right now. There's no current tornado warnings, just some severe thunderstorm warnings here. Uh, just a really large hailer going across here in east of Richmond at this time. Oh, Onakok, is it Onakok and Cape Charles? I'd be paying attention. Pembroke City, this should be coming at you pretty fast and furious here. They are showing a little bit of a rotation, so we'll take a look at our couple of. Oh, yep, that could be a developing QLCS tornado here, moving towards Snow Hill. So let's take a look at the CC drop. Nothing on CC, so it's not, hopefully not on the ground, but I'm gonna be watching this carefully. Nothing until Tuesday for Indiana. Watch out on Tuesday though. You are all such a blessing. We know what's going on around us. Absolutely, Kay. The more I can try to help, the better. Tuesday is gonna be your next rate, yes. I'm speechless. I mean, I still can't believe I saw like 215 people in my live stream. That's unheard of for my channel. That's almost like it's just nuts. But I do really appreciate everybody who has subscribed. I still have 160 people in here, so thank you guys for your support. It could be really rough on Tuesday. It could be really, really rough. Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, over in the Triple Point region of Missouri, Kansas, and southern Iowa is going to be probably the main tornado threat. Multiple discrete supercells could be long track violent tornadoes. That was actually wording from the SPC this morning, 4 days out. That's kind of concerning. It just I'll be going over it as soon as these storms pass and go offshore. I'm gonna be jumping right into forecasting the next couple days out for you guys. Thank you. Grab the Streamlabs again. Come on, John. Some rain here behind. This line is now pushing off to the south. Hopefully, this is the last of the tornado warnings. When will this all end? That is a great question. Right now, Tuesday looks like after Tuesday we might get a break, and then there's some hint at something going on around the 16th in Texas and Oklahoma again. So something to definitely watch, and maybe into Kansas as well. Been tracking this craziness from the start, or only join back in. Is it as bad as yesterday? It could be as bad, if not worse, from what I've seen. I'm hoping for the best that it doesn't look as strong, but the amount of instability is almost as twice as strong as well as the low level jet, which is your low-level winds moving at a different direction as your trough, your 500 millibar level winds. So you're going to have a lot of spin in the atmosphere, and it could be very intense day. Norman, I don't think Norman's under the gun. I think tomorrow it's going to be more of northeast Texas, north central Texas, Dallas Fort Worth area. Yeah, I don't trust things 300 hours out. So, I'm gonna say, yeah, we are in prime storm season going into April here. April, May, and June are gonna get very busy. It is more of an El Nino pattern. We're gonna get a lot more plains events this year, compared to the last couple years where we had La Nina, where we get more northern track storms in Michigan, that kind of area. So it's going to be Midwest and also your uh, central and southern plains. Also in June, you'll probably move up into North South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, that area. So what time? I don't know, and I haven't even looked at the forecast. I literally been on this since. Oh, we got a new tornado warning ongoing. Just had to squeeze one more out, right before it went offshore. Ah, crud. We're watching this right now. Let's do a full reading out here. This is going to be, I believe, in New Jersey. Let's give this a pause here. Base velocity. That tornado is going to be located somewhere around here. Um, let's go over our tornado warning. Tornado warning. Oh, sorry. This is in Maryland, not New Jersey. My apologies. Tornado warning for southeastern Wicomico County. I'm sorry if I said that. In southeastern Maryland, central Worcester County, and southern southeastern Maryland till 9 o'clock. This storm was capable of producing a tornado. It was moving at 60 miles per hour. Hazard tornado and quarter-sized hail. Please seek shelter right now if yeah. Yeah. Oh, I said it right. Good. Okay. I was just trying to make sure. Um, Long Ridge, Cedartown, Salisbury, Wickamo, Public Landing, Powellsville, Ironshire, Mount Wesley. Sorry, it's very small text. I need to make this larger for myself. Um, Whitesburg and Lakewood, also Mount Wesley. If you're in those areas, you need to be underground right now. This is a potentially dangerous storm. Not a Actually, that would be a I said potentially deadly, dangerous storm, not potentially dangerous situation, because that would be a PDS. This is more a QCLS tornado. Very dangerous still, nonetheless. You should be underground. It's going to be occurring more into this inflow notch here, where you have winds wrapping in, cutting that forward flank, and it will get things to spin there. And you can actually see that here on radar. That's where the rotation is. There's actually two areas of it within this warning. Very, very dangerous situation. Coming also maybe another one forming here heading towards Snow Hill. Um, April 4th. Yeah, I'm about to go over the April 4th radar, or sorry, over the April 4th forecast. It's could be very intense. Yeah, everybody needs to be prepared for who lives in Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa. down into Arkansas again. Arkansas could have a very bad day again Tuesday, and into Indiana that night, and it's going to push east. Probably, my guess, back into Ohio. I would assume. So it's something to not play around with. Everybody needs to be prepared. This would be the time to take precautions for Tuesday. Somebody made Mother Nature mad. She's really mad. Whatever they did, please apologize, radio. I totally understand you right there. Yeah, it's been right now. It doesn't look like we have a tornado on the ground. There's a little weird, suspicious CC drop. It's not quite enough to tell me if there's a tornado, but it's right in that couplet area. There could be a weak QLCS tornado, and it could be moving over towards Berlin area. So something to definitely watch. I'm gonna actually turn on our live scan here. So I'll be able to actually see what's going on in real time with our radar. Okay, we got two areas of rotation there. This is suspicious. I'm wondering if that could be a brief spin up right there, but it's kind of outside the tornado warning. Ocean Pines, Ocean City, I would still be on alert. This whole line has had some rotations. Yeah, absolutely. A great app for people to use that's very easy to use is Radar Omega. I'm not sponsored by them. Radar Omega is great. My Radar is another one that's really good. And also, please, if you live in tornado prone areas, please get a weather station, have a helmet on standby, and know your tornado precautions, and have an escape route planned ahead of time. How about the Cincinnati area? What's your prediction? I don't have word on Ohio right now, but it's something to definitely watch. Hamilton, Alabama Country Ball, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate your support. We have 168 people still in the chat. Thank you guys for staying here with me through this long duration severe weather threat. 160 likes, guys. Big shout out to all of y'all. If y'all have not hit that like button, share this out or subscribe. Please consider doing so to get alerted of more severe weather threats coming in the future. This one is not quite finished yet. That is why I have not left New Jersey and Maryland and these areas just yet, because there is still a risk for tornadoes. As long as there's still a risk, I will still be covering it. And right now, we still have a risk for tornadoes ongoing. I'm taking a live scan of. Right now, the radar is taking a live scan. I'm not personally taking a live scan. The radar is taking a live scan of the storm right now. Still some areas of rotation. Okay, so that's broadened out. Okay. So yeah, there's multiple little kinks of rotation along this line that could cause a brief spin up. We're gonna continue to look here. There is another little suspicious uh, signature here on the correlation coefficient. Definitely could possibly be something just northwest of Snow Hill moving into the area. Yes, James Spann is awesome. Big shout out to call him Daddy Weather. Um, Good old James Spann, man. Dude's a absolute hero. If you don't mind me asking, is there a warning for Delaware? And let's take a look here. Uh, Right now, we just have the one tornado warning going on in Maryland. There is Sussex County in Delaware right now has a severe thunderstorm warning. That's the only area that's warned right now in the state of Delaware is Sussex County. Yeah, see, I don't like when they do the little embedded hooks here. Um, that can get things to drop tornadoes, and that's not good. Do you get updates on twisters at touchdown? Yes, I actually have a feed running in my ear from my team if they're chasing. Don't have anybody out in New Jersey or New York or Maryland today. Um, but yeah, definitely strong situation going on with these embedded QLCS tornadoes. Um, but yeah, I do get feeds of what's going on. Sometimes I get my people joining me up on Discord, and I can actually share their video of what's going on. Yeah, see, this is worrisome right here, just north of Snow Hill. You need to be taking shelter right now. This looks like it very well could be a tornado on the ground right now. This would be completely rain wrapped. You won't see it. It's going to be just north of Snow Hill. This could be moving southeast into Snow Hill. So, Snow Hill, you need to be underground right now, away from doors and windows. Very, very strong situation as far as a tornado potential with this embedded line here. And it is very broad, but I did see that little sneak in the correlation coefficient, maybe a debris signature. That's going to be moving hopefully north of Snow Hill and not impacting anybody. Yeah, Vermont and Pennsylvania are in the clear, I believe. They should be good for the rest of the night. Still watching this last tornado warning. It's coming somewhat close to Ocean City. Ocean City, you need to be prepared just in case. Um, Appomattox, Virginia. What's going on in that area? Let's take a look at our Virginia threat here. We have just I see the one up in Richmond. Appomattox is going to be, oh God, if I can't remember. I haven't been there in so long. I think it's what, Southwest Virginia? Total of 250 deaths. Yeah, that was April 27, 2011 was a record for not only tornado fatalities but tornadoes itself. Also, the strongest year for EF5 rated tornadoes. Horrible, horrible time. It doesn't look like there's anything really going on. Looking at a couple of different radar sites right now, the one near Roanoke is completely down. Yeah, Sapphire, any state in the United States from Maine to California to southern Florida to Washington have been hit by tornadoes. I believe actually Hawaii has been hit by a tornado in the past too. Long, long, long time ago. Yeah, Tuscaloosa and Coleman were very hard hit. Yep. Yeah, it was a very deadly outbreak. But we're gonna go back to our tornado. The rest of Virginia, you guys should be in the clear. These storms should be out of your area. And my radar decided to have another little heart attack, so I'm gonna refresh it. Watchman, thank you so much for subscribing. It'll be back up here in a second, guys. My computer is just not necessarily as strong as it should be to run this. This is very labor intensive. software, but it's the best for streaming with. I want to have a mixture of streaming on my channel as well as actual live stream storm chases, which is going to be more and more frequent coming late April into May. It was on my friend with Virginia who said that it went through earlier, but nothing really happened. Okay, Radio Hour, awesome. Matrix Game Master, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. 148 people still here. Awesome. Hello, Aqua YT. Hello, I'm from Minnesota. Do you know me? I do not know you, but I think you were in here last night, if I'm not mistaken. All you gotta do is pray for those people. Yep. I know the dinosaur is kind of cute, but I'm thinking of changing it to a storm. Would you guys rather have the dinosaur or a storm show up if somebody subscribes? I think the dinosaur is actually kind of funny, but it's the default subscription thing on my software that shows. Um, looks like that tornado warning is going to be moving offshore here in the next 3 minutes. Hopefully there wasn't a tornado that was on the ground. Multiple storm reports: 70 miles per hour, 59 miles per hour, and 63 miles per hour near Lexington Park. This is going to be just to the south of Washington, D.C., south of Golden Beach. Awesome. Hey, no problem, Debbie. I am going to be going over. These storms are exiting, and as soon as these storms exit, which should be right about now, I am going to go into our Monday and Tuesday threats. Extremely windy here in Ohio, clocked 57 miles per hour. Wow. You like the dinosaur? Awesome. I like the dinosaur. It's cute. Awesome. I'll keep the dinosaur then. Only 15. So I'm only 15 subscribers away from 800, guys. Thank you guys so much for helping me to grow the page tonight. So big shout out to you guys for doing your part to help spread awareness of severe weather that could be impacting your area. And we're going to be covering all of these storms. You want to see the storm show up there? I could try to do that, get that set up. I will be doing the full live outbreak coverage Tuesday from home. So I'll be in the office doing that forecast for you guys. So please subscribe to the channel and have a way to get warnings. I'll be actually introducing my team as well and more of my team. Hey, Robert Terrell, thank you so much for subscribing. Newark, New Jersey. Let's take a look. Newark, see. New Jersey. We're going to take a look at all of our New Jersey areas. So there's Philadelphia. New Jersey should be right here. Glassboro, Vineland, Trenton, New Jersey. That's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Glassboro, East Brunswick, everywhere. The SPC Aberdeen 2007. Thank you so much for subscribing. The storm passed through Dayton, Ohio. Can't believe it's still going. Yeah, it's just exiting the United States. Tom Black, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Do appreciate it. We will be there doing live coverage. Maybe I can get some help from Morgan if she would like to join up with me. I can definitely make that work. Or Shari, I can add her as well. I'm gonna be streaming that all day long. Yeah, Hamilton, New Jersey had a looks like it had a com or there was somewhere in New Jersey that had a confirmed fatality by the sounds of it. It's absolutely horrible. My heart and prayer goes out to their family. Um, RMB 1213, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Patty G, you too. Dinosaur riding the tornado with a cowboy hat. I don't know if I can make that work, but we'll see. I just talked to my friend Steve Ocean City. He said not much going on there, but they had a tornado earlier in the afternoon. He thinks it was north of him. Okay, Radio Nut, thank you so much for giving me that information. I do appreciate it. Tons of deaths over and damage in Hackleburg. Hackleburg was hit last night. I didn't see that. I was covering Alabama for a while. I knew there was a tornado in the area, but I didn't know it actually struck Hackleburg. That's so unfortunate. Or are you talking about 2011? Right, for sure. Yeah, 2011. I feel 2011 was actually one of my first times getting into studying storms. The storm that really catalyzed me when I was 8 years old was I eight? Yeah, I was eight, so that would have been I think, yeah, the first storm that got me into the weather really was Greensburg, Kansas. First EF5 uh, in the United States. That's when it transitioned from the F5 to EF5. The enhanced Fujita scale was in 2007. I was watching Ryan Hall for 12 hours last night, pretending to be very frightened. The job you guys do sharing information that helps save lives. Thank you for helping keep us safe. Hey, Cami, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. I am always going to be here to help cover severe weather threats. Marie, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate it. You guys are killing it, and you guys are awesome. We are now just 5 away from 800 here on the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you guys. Um, Hamilton. Yeah, there was a tornado. Oh, last night. Oh, there was a tornado that hit in that area last night in Hamilton, Alabama. Yeah, I was going over that last night. That was really, really bad. Let's see. Oop, we're one subscriber away right now from 800. So if I could get one of the 139 people to subscribe or multiple, so we could have a little buffer because YouTube might freak out that I've been growing too fast and try to kick me back some. I don't know. They've done that to me multiple times. But yes, that tornado warning has now been allowed to expire. And once again, I grabbed the wrong screen. Um, so that tornado warning is now expired. Storms are moving finally offshore. The worst of the threat is now going offshore here. These tornado watches should be able to expire. Woohoo, guys, we just hit 805 here on the channel. So big shout out to all of y'all for McKenna, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. 805 now on the channel. You guys rock. Seriously. Woo. Thank you guys. It's you guys who make these streams important, because if you're not asking questions and I'm trying me, myself, and I, it sounds awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing, me, myself, and I. It's going to be a very busy season. Yes, it is. I'm gonna be live a lot. Me, myself, and I. Thank you. I got you. Amanda R. I think the Elixir Boy. Thank you, Elixir Boy, for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Amanda R. Do appreciate it. Marie. Yeah, worst spring break of your life. Yeah. This is going to be a very busy season. You're not wrong. This could be one of the strongest tornado seasons we've had since 2011, essentially. So I'm not saying that to scare anybody. It's just also a very strong El Nino year. There were some very notable tornadoes in 2011, being Joplin, um, Hackleburg, Rainsville, Coleman. I think it was Coleman Arab. Was that one on April 27th? I was at for Tuscaloosa, of course. Horrible situation in Tuscaloosa. Smithville, Hackleburg, Phil Campbell. Uh, Absolutely heartbreaking. And then you had El Reno 2011, 295-mile-an-hour recorded winds. Absolutely, yeah. Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, yeah. Hopefully not, McKenna. Just if there is a tornado headed your way, my best advice from seeing so much tornado damage in the past of working first responder cases after tornado outbreaks, being a storm chaser on the ground, I would say have a helmet. I don't care how goofy it makes you look. If it means saving your life, I always recommend people who live in Tornado Alley to have a helmet. I actually have one myself, just in case there was one in my neck of the woods here down in San Antonio. A little bit more rare. Most of our tornado threats Austin northward, but San Antonio does get tornadoes. Um, yeah, Ringgold, is it Villanova, Vinola, Philadelphia. Yeah, it's very Hamilton County. Horseback riding helmets is one of the best ones. That's very interesting. And get into your most interior bathroom or closet and put as much protection between you and the flying debris. Have a mattress ready to throw on top of you, something to protect your head and your back. That is always what yeah, Hackleburg doesn't deserve this. It always gets there badly. Another place that has gotten hit multiple times in Alabama is Tanner, Alabama, has gotten smashed almost every time there's a super outbreak. Unfortunately, Sean, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate your support. Uh, you guys are absolutely awesome. Okay, so now I see the threat has mostly moved offshore. There's still a couple of storms straggling behind down here, but a majority of that threat is over. So I am going to switch gears now into forecast mode. It's going to take me a second to get there. Let's go to SPC outlooks. Let's go to pivotal weather. Okay, we're gonna full screen this. Um, so let's go to Mediafire, Windows, nope, window capture, yep. Add source, pivotal, no, let's just go with adding a new source here. Let's go to pivotal weather. I gotta try to make this a little bit easier on myself. There we go. So that was our threat today. Enhanced risk. Definitely verified for tornadoes today. So let's go over to our threat tomorrow. So we're gonna refresh this. Now the threat is mostly moved off, so they've dropped that down to a general thunderstorm risk with a couple of marginal 1 out of 5 risk for southern Maryland there. So day two, let's go over our threat 4 panel. Go to, there we go. So this is our 4 panel tomorrow. We have a level 2 out of 5 risk for Dallas Fort Worth greater area. This is going to be I-35 corridor, I-30 corridor, I-20 corridor. So this is definitely something to watch. So you're probably wondering what all this stuff means. We're going to go to our tornado threat. There is a 5% chance of tornadoes for DFW tomorrow. This would be Fort Worth and South Dallas Metro tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, if you have family and friends that live in the Dallas metro, please let them know that there is a risk tomorrow. Also, large hail has a potential, so we'll go over the SPC and occasionally large hail, isolated damaging, and a couple of tornadoes will be possible through the day across North Texas. In wake of a pronounced mid-level trough, which we will look at now moving over the Ohio River and Great Lakes, a front should stall over the Gulf Coast. The shortwave should tear through northern Baja, which is south of California, and progress eastward into the southern plains tomorrow. In response to its approach, increased westerly flow across the Rockies Lee cyclogenesis, meaning there's going to be some spin in the atmosphere across the southern plains, will result in the strengthening of a low-level jet. That's going to be your low-level winds. So this is going to be westerlies. So they're going to be west-east. And then you're going to have more of a southerlies at the 500 millibar levels, your mid-level part of the atmosphere. When you get different spin at different levels in the atmosphere, you have cyclogenesis. You can get spin, storm forms over that area, expands into a supercell. It can end up causing storms to rotate. And I know, so close to 1,000 followers. Thank you guys so much. That can get storms to rotate and cause tornadoes. So that's what they're kind of worried about. The increasing low level moisture beneath the uh, ex- eastward extent of the elevated mixed layer. That is called your EML. That is more of your uh, cloud base that starts out in the early morning. It's what's called a cap. The EML is your capping inversion. So it'll take that diurnal heating, which is your sun, no clouds, and it's just sunny out, and it kind of bakes and destabilizes the atmosphere at the lower levels. By the time that cap breaks, all that ascension is going to go straight north, and when it hits those different levels, those storms can start to rotate. So, um, let's see. So I feel so. Yeah, so basically there's going to be some upper 60s dew points at the low levels, some heating in the cloud breaks, some very stout amounts of uh, CAPE. So this is going to be your mixed lever CAPE. Stands for convective available potential energy. So it's going to be the energy that the atmosphere has in anytime you're over 500 is conditional for tornadoes in the right environment. Sufficient deep layer shear, hodograph strength, shear and hodograph curvature, supercells, and all hazards. These threats will be focused along the warm front around 20Z, so about 4 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can expect storms to be really ramping up about 4 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow in the Dallas Fort Worth area. 811, woohoo! We have 811 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We hit 201 likes on this stream, so I'm very impressed. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and helping to get the word out. How the WTF? Did this get recommended? Probably because of the severe weather threat going on in New Jersey, also in New York, where we just had a couple of tornadoes. I'm glad that YouTube chose to recommend one of my streams. That's feels like an honor. Um, but I've been helping trying to save people's lives, and that's what's important, Parker. Um, let's see. So yeah, um, slightly elevated storms will spread eastward through Louisiana and southwest Arkansas. That's gonna lead to some more destabilization on Tuesday. We're gonna go into that. So this is for Sunday tomorrow. Day 3, some more storms possible. Oklahoma City over into Tulsa, Dallas, Fort Worth. So there is that. That's a 1 out of 5 risk. Let's take a look here, going to our national level. So this is going to be anywhere from St. Louis to Dallas Fort Worth, or sorry, Kansas City down to Dallas Fort Worth along I-35. I live in Tornado Alley, so that makes sense. Gotcha. Let's go chase together then. Heck yeah, I definitely love me some good chasing. Due to financial restrictions, I'm not going to be able to chase on Tuesday. It's going to be really hard for me to be able to get out. Just got slammed with bills this month, so unfortunately, I'm going to be working from home Tuesday since it's my day off and helping to cover that threat. Coming from LA to go chase, oh hell yeah, that's a hell of a drive. I am not gonna say I have not done it because I used to live in California and I used to go drive all the way out to Oklahoma just to see some tornadoes. So yes, absolutely. I am part of a team, StormQuest. If anybody wants to, I'm going to be adding a couple more links to my pin post. If you go to my pin post, there's a link for my other social media account. I'm going to be adding our Discord eventually too. We do have a Discord. Let me see if I could grab that real quick. Uh, Copy link. This is my storm chasing team's Discord server. If you guys would like to join our Discord and communicate with us, if you guys have any questions, more one-on-one, you could always feel free to message us. I'm one of the co-owners and admins of the group, and be more than happy to help answer any personal questions that you guys might have if you have Discord. Yeah. One of the storm chasers died in El Reno in 2013, biggest tornado ever recorded. Yes, so Tim Samaras, I actually was just at his gravesite recently, kind of just pondering things. So when last time I was chasing in Oklahoma, we stayed and did some post-survey damage of El Reno 10 years after the fact to see if we could still find stuff, and we definitely did. There's still some scars left. Those were massive tornadoes, world record. That was 2.6 miles wide. Unfortunately, took the lives of Tim Samaras, Paul Samaras, and Carl Young. Um, so, going over day 4. So this is the one that everybody's wanting to pay attention to. This is our this is going to be our Tuesday threat. We have Indiana, most of Illinois, including Chicago, Kansas City, Missouri, Des Moines, Iowa, possibly in towards Little Rock. So this is going to be a potentially big severe weather day. This also does expand into parts of Nashville, Memphis, Louisville, Indianapolis, all the way towards maybe just south of Green Bay and all the way into northeast Texas. Also does include almost and does include Little Rock and maybe a little bit of Louisiana and Alabama, Mississippi. So this is just going to be a really, really nasty, severe weather day on Tuesday. Something to really pay attention to. If you live in these areas, please start making a plan in place. I'm afraid this one has a real potential of going moderate to high, just based off of the outlooks, and I'll show you why I think what I think. Um, let's go to our first. I'm gonna go through our threats here. Our HRRR is our convective allowing model, and that one's not quite loaded in yet, so we're gonna go to 18Z. Take a look at our Dallas threat first before we start looking at the more long range models. You're in central Oklahoma. Oh, gotcha, Parker J. Uh, let me be ignored. I'm used to this. Michael Knight, sorry. The sun gift you all in description as you all brainwash. Definitely. J Morgan, let me. Uh, oh, hey, thank you so much, Parker J. I do appreciate the subscription. Guys, you've been killing it with the subscribing. Yeah, Dallas will be first off track north into Oklahoma. Yes, let's take a look at that threat here. So these are going to be our temperatures going into tomorrow. So some very, very warm temperatures firing up here ahead of these storms. So let's take a look at our dew points. This is going to be kind of our catalyst here for any severe weather. You have to have some kind of moisture. And indeed, we do have these really, really strong moisture points here in and around the Dallas Fort Worth area. You want to see for severe weather over 60, and these are almost at 70 getting into the DFW area. Um, Almost a little bit of a dry line setting up here. These are where storms are probably going to fire off. Um, you have this ridge. I would expect probably the biggest tornado threat to be right around here, just looking at this immediately. We're gonna take a look at our severe weather dynamics. Take a look at our 0 to 3 cape. That's going to be important. This is going to be your instability at the lowest floors, lowest levels. So you kind of got this concentration of 0 to 3 cape right around here. That is going to be probably the greater tornado threat, and it's sitting very close to DFW, up here near Gainesville. I don't know what the heck that is. We'll take a look here at some of these soundings. I don't know what's going on here. We'll take a look at our. I'm just gonna try to pull a current sounding for this area. So definitely some tornado potential. You have southeast moving storms as well. That's a southeast vector. Uh, Streamlines photograph, very contingent for tornado possibilities. Some possibly some strong tornadoes um, based off of that wind profile. Definitely potential for long-lived supercells and definitely have some potential all the way down, probably towards Waco. So it could be a pretty big day. I will be covering the tornadoes on Tuesday. Yes, 100%. Make sure to subscribe so you're notified. Hit that bell notification too. It helps you to get warnings. It helps you get notifications that my stream is live, which tonight it worked perfectly, which is amazing. Yeah, Tuesday is going to be a rough day. So tomorrow, starting in the DFW area, could start out towards the Abilene region and move east into there. Yes, in a tornado situation, you want to be in your most interior room of your house, away from doors and windows. Basement, underground, preferably. A bathtub, closet is safe. Just don't be anywhere near windows or anywhere you could have falling debris. Shelves are a really bad idea and become missiles in a tornado. Make sure to have closed-toed shoes. Yeah, it's a great idea. I guarantee they'll probably end up start closing schools starting. They'll probably have plans to close schools Tuesday. So I'll stream for you on Tuesday. Hey Ryan. Oh shit. Why are you not modded? Guys, Storm Chaser Ryan Scholl is on StormQuest as well. He's one of our moderators. He's actually one of our other admins, I should say. He's very, very good storm chaser, and he has agreed to chase for my stream. If you guys want to see that, Ryan is going to be up in Missouri and in that region wherever the threat goes. We have that threat tomorrow in Texas, in maybe right along the Red River. I don't think it's going to get into central Oklahoma tomorrow. It doesn't show any signs of really getting into central Oklahoma. We'll take a look at our hold on our surface-based cape. So this will kind of show here. It's gonna be it's gonna be right along here. So Monday. Yeah, see, you're starting to get some extreme instability here Monday, so that could be some thunderstorms. Whoa, that's so this tomorrow. So this would be day 3. We might get some storms all the way down towards San Antonio, possibly if that continues. So we'll have to watch out. There is some little bit of a curve in the photographs there. Could be some extremely large hail down my neck of the woods if that cap decides to break. That also depends if we get wind shear down here, which half the time it seems unlikely. So tomorrow, this is the future radar. You could see some very strong storms over here towards, I guess that would be Wichita Falls and moves over in the direction of Sherman. So that will happen. Storms should fire off roughly about 4 o'clock, 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They should start to get very intense by probably about 4 to 5 p.m. It's going to take a little to get these storms going. Uh, Could be some messier convection up in Oklahoma. Could see some lightning, some thunder, and some heavy rain. But that moves into the Texarkana area, Paris, Texas. Some very strong cells coming into DFW probably around 6 p.m. So if you're in that area, just please be watching out. And that's going to come towards the Shreveport area eventually. That storm should move off. Okay, so now that we got the next couple days of storms kind of out of the way, let's get dive deep into our threats. So this is going to be the 18Z GFS model. We're going to go to regional. I'm going to take to the Ohio River Valley since this is kind of going to be where our consensus of our main threats going to be. What's happening in Massachusetts? Every storm, all the storms have now moved out of Massachusetts. Massachusetts is in the clear for the most part. I can double look here. Um, Let me just grab this. Yeah, so it looks like Massachusetts right now is in the clear at the moment. Could be some severe weather that possibly moves into north of Virginia Beach, but I think it should. There is a severe thunderstorm warning just south of Richmond still, but the tornado threat should be pretty much over at this point. Hey, Marcia, no problem. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, great job. You're pretty much in the clear in there in Massachusetts. Maybe some more rain, but should be good. Yes, I strongly recommend buying a NOAA radio. I 100% that should be mandatory in everybody's home in the United States. A NOAA weather radio. Everywhere in the United States gets storms. So, and some of us get them a little bit stronger than others, especially here in Tornado Alley, Dixie Alley, Carolinas, and up into the Northeast gets tornadoes too. Every year, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York gets tornadoes as well. So, um, I'm gonna play Dumb Ways to Die. Oh, Jesus. So let's go over our threats here. So covering our severe weather threat, one of our biggest things we're going to look out for and this is going to be on Tuesday. Okay, so this is going to be roughly about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You got some very heavy pockets of instability here in parts of Missouri. This is going to be the catalyst. This is some extreme instability here, where you see these oranges, reds, and darker reds. This is going to be extreme instability, and that could even go into northeast Texas too. The big, so that's one ingredient that this has got 100%. There's plenty of instability. Uh, I live in a country. I live in the country with no TV, so I can't hear the sirens in town. You should be able to get a weather radio star. You can order them on Amazon if you can get one. I believe it's gonna be the Midland weather radio. You should be able to get your county's information blare as long as you have it plugged in or with batteries. They're on Amazon. There's multiple different kinds of weather radios, but I would highly recommend getting one. They're about 20 bucks. 20 bucks can save your life, and it's every bit a part of having the right tools in order to keep yourself safe. What does the weather balloon that was shot down? No, there's no weather manipulation. It wasn't a weather balloon, it was a spy balloon. It was spying on people in the United States. Um, weather balloon. So we're gonna, one of our other ingredients here is going to be our 500 millibar wind. So this is gonna be your wind shear. Okay, we need to really zoom out for this. Forecast loop, Ohio River Valley. There we go. So let's go over. So this is going to be your timing of your severe weather. So you got some extremely strong wind shear here coming out of the southeast with this closed low. This is a very strong low pressure system that's going to provide plenty of wind shear at the mid levels of the atmosphere. This is about 5,000 feet. A friend in DC just said trees falling on cars now in her neighborhood. That's yes, Midland Weather Radio. If you guys want me to, I can post a link to the one I bought on Amazon for 20 bucks. Don't know if I have it here or it's yep, here it is. This is the Midland Weather Radio. So there's your 500 millibar winds. This is going to be your um, low level jet, and your low level jet is going to be essentially maxed over parts of Missouri, Indiana, Illinois. You're going to have extreme backing with these winds. Might even have a couple of short waves in North Texas, as well as central Oklahoma, something to watch out for there. But this is going to be your major threat. Um, you're getting one now? Awesome. Highly recommend getting a weather radio. I know, Lola, it's crazy. I joined this live and it ended up having like 200 people. It's still got 113 people in here, which is amazing. 200 plus likes, which is just absolutely phenomenal. 214 right now. So if you haven't liked this stream, please consider liking, helping push this channel into the algorithm for future live streams. Uh, thank you guys so much for helping me. Really getting close to being able to get to 1,000, which is amazing. I just hit 2,500 on Twitter too, trying to scream and try to get the word out about these events coming. So, right now, looks like things are kind of all quiet on the Western Front for at least now. But this is the Tuesday event that I am concerned with. We're gonna have to watch this trough play out. Very dangerous setup. So if I had to choose the most perfect area for tornadoes to form within this environment, it's going to be probably Kansas City, Missouri, and to southern Iowa and western Illinois. That's really going to be the major target threat, but it could be all of the dry line here across Missouri and northern Arkansas into Illinois. And so just please, yeah, big tornado potential on Tuesday. Please have a way to get warnings. Supercell composite. So this is going to be your. It's not the most super reliable source, but it gives you a good idea of Tuesday where the best conditions for supercells, and you can see here it is very widespread all the way into parts of the western half of Tennessee, most of Illinois, most of Missouri, right along Kansas City here. Some pretty streamlined photographs. I would expect the best tornado conditions. See, they have some pretty strong. Yeah, see, like this is where I start to kind of get worried with this severe weather threat. So when you see curved photographs like that, uh, TWOW, thank you so much for subscribing. So this could be a pretty lengthy threat, and it could move through Ohio, Virginia, as it continues to push east, probably more as a linear mode. But it looks like a very, very strong setup to begin with. We'll know more in the next coming days of what this could potentially do. Um, so just taking a look at some of the environments around these, northern Arkansas and southern Missouri is gonna have a pretty tough time. This looks very favorable for tornadoes down there around. Right now, this is one model saying about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon for south central Missouri, north central, and northeastern um, Arkansas. You make a 12-year-old feel safe. Oh, I appreciate that. I have no basement, and I do what I was told to go to the hallway, no doors and windows. What's the chance? What chances of that is safe? McKenna, I have no basement, and what I was told to go in a hallway. My suggestion would be most interior bathroom. Have a helmet. If you have a helmet, let's say you have a bicycle or a Kenza Hain, is it Kezia? Kezia Haynes, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. No problem, Kezia. I hope I'm not mispronouncing. I don't mean to do it on purpose. I'm just horrible with names. I'm surprised I remember my own name from time to time. Uh, the more walls, the better. Yes. The more walls, the less windows, the less debris. Meaning household items, shelving, that kind of stuff. Technical Kahoot online live. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in. Agree. Why so many vicious tornadoes now? Because we're moving into a more active pattern with our strong developing El Nino type setup this year. Where in the past couple of years we were a little bit more quiet on that side and more focused on hurricanes. Now we're getting back into traditional tornado setups across the plains coming into April and May, and also into the Midwest. Awesome, Alex. That's awesome. Northeast Gaming, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. Yeah, make sure to have protection for your head if a tornado warning comes. That I have worked so many tornado disasters, and I'll tell you, the number one thing I see is head injuries. I just got back from Rolling Fork, Mississippi. I was there doing search and rescue. I watched it hit town from a mile away. Just totally stunned. If there's anything that I plead with people is protect your head and back. Those are the most injuries and often lead to the most fatal injuries in tornadoes. Your bathtub is going to be very safe. It actually keeps you from being creating that gap of air, so wind can't get underneath you if you're in the bathtub if you're lying low. Um, uh, all right. Sorry, the Alex Jones dude is just trolling. So Yeah, Alex is a troll. It was bound to happen. Uh, do you see a tornado coming into Handover? Handover where? Right now it looks like it's gonna be into Missouri, Illinois, Arkansas, Tennessee, maybe northern Alabama and Mississippi, possibly even into northeast Texas, right around the Arklatex. So, yep. So that's going to be the Tuesday threat, and it looks very, very heightened. So, very, very dangerous conditions. Large warm sector with a triple point, extreme forcing. Karen, thank you so much for joining. Um, yes, Karen. Yes, Blondie is one of my new moderators. She came over from being a moderator at Evan's channel. So, thank you for Blondie coming back and hanging out with us today. There is no need to be afraid. Just moved to Tennessee from South Africa. Didn't even know what a tornado was until 2020 April. Now I'm in constant state of fear and anxiety. There is no need to be fearful. Just need to have a plan in place. Worst case scenario, put as much between you and the flying debris in your home. Have a safe place, and have an evacuation route in case of a tornado. Potentially coming in your direction. If you do have time to get out of the way of that storm, I would suggest that. If not, seek shelter in the lowest floor of your house, away from doors and windows, and protect your head as most as you can. Is there any threat for tornadoes? Just got on. No, the tornado threat has now diminished. There is a tornado threat, possibly tomorrow into the Dallas Fort Worth metro, as well as Tuesday over a very wide area. Very intense storms, could have multiple long track tornadoes, and we'll actually go over the um, forecast discussion for Tuesday here. Um, so this is day 4. We'll have a better look at what's going to happen tomorrow. Medium range models continue to indicate that the westerlies will become rather amplified across the mid latitude Pacific and to western North America by late next week and weekend. Um, it appears that this will include a mid level ridging centered near the Pacific coast downstream. Bit gets unclear. This is 48. Prior to development, strong cyclogenesis is forecasted along the central Great Plains up into the upper Midwest Tuesday and Tuesday night in response to a significant short trough emerging from the Intermountain West. It will appear that as the center of deepening cyclone migrates north into central Kansas and eastern Nebraska and western Iowa during the late afternoon to early evening hours. Trailing dry line, which is going to be a demarcation between um, areas that will not get severe weather and areas that will. It's usually going to be marked by the dew points, the amount of moisture. There will be a sharp dry line, meaning that there's going to be a lot of dry air forcing behind this. Which will with that much cyclogenesis, if even if there is a remotely a strong cap, it will snap it, it'll break it. So that is another one of the failure modes that is going to be easily defeated. Yeah, it's an apartment, not a hotel. Um, So, okay, therefore, a trailing cold front will overtake the dry line, surges into Missouri and middle Mississippi River Valley, organizing squall line accompanied with strong damaging winds and a couple of tornadoes. So there's going to be a lot of instability as well as some pretty high dew points. meaning there's going to be a lot of moisture, there's going to be a lot of lift, there's going to be a lot of instability, and there's going to be a lot of shear. So that just makes a perfect recipe for a tornado outbreak on Tuesday. So every one of our conditions is right for a tornado outbreak across this area. Apartments, you want to be probably not in the hallways where you have. I would probably, in the case of an apartment, if there was a way to not. The lowest apartments are probably going to be fine, but the upper level, I would. If you live on the upper level, I would avoid them. I live in New Mexico. I have family in Tennessee and Illinois, so just checking for them. Oh, absolutely. Um, I'm just right now going over models. We'll have more of an idea tomorrow. If I'm live tomorrow night covering the Dallas threat, I will go over the day 3, which this will become tomorrow. Will be day 3, and I can go into more analyzing and keep refining that forecast. And that morning before, I am going to stay live all day, even before the outbreak begins, covering which areas could be potentially hardest hit, and try to give people fair warning of what's going on. But yeah, so I wanted to go over everything with you guys. I live on a second floor. Second floor, you should be okay. It'd be that top floor I'd be worried about. Um, just go into your most interior bathroom. Those a lot of those newer uh, apartments are incredibly well built. Just go into your bathroom and put. I would advise getting a helmet and a weather radio. Those are my 2 suggestions. Okay, we won't be on the streams. Gotcha. It's my bedtime now. Can't wait for tomorrow. Sure, you will. If I'm home in time, tomorrow afternoon, I'll try to be live. If not, I'll try to. Hopefully, I'll be able to cover it tomorrow night. Pray, pray, pray. Absolutely, we all pray. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining tonight's discussion and live stream. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for all the new subscribers. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Can't decide on what kind of shelter we want to get. If you talk to somebody who provides storm shelters, ask what the difference is and compare them. Anything with concrete that's potentially that would be underground would be my suggestion. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love and light, guys. Do appreciate you guys for joining in. Stay safe, stay prepared, and thanks for joining. Uh, this will be probably moving east, my guess. All right. See you tomorrow, guys.